Detective Sergeant Mark Turpin leaned back in his chair and emitted an ill-disguised sigh. Darkness may have fallen over Abingdon, but the incident room hummed with nascent activity and an underlying sense of desperation. The stink of stale coffee and too many anxious officers hoping for a breakthrough filled the air, despite the feeble attempts of the ducted air conditioning. A light fixed into the suspended ceiling above the photocopier flickered at the fringes of his vision, and he blinked to counteract the niggling headache that was forming. At the far end of the room, a junior constable sprayed cleaning agent over a whiteboard strewn with jumbled handwriting in different-coloured text, before scrubbing at the telltale signs of an investigation now closed. With 3 arrests made that morning by a small team led by Detective Inspector Ewan Kennedy, a stack of archive boxes next to the whiteboard now waited to be couriered to the Crown Prosecution Service in Oxford the next day. 1 down, and plenty more active investigations yet to be solved. Mark rubbed at his temples and forced himself to reread the witness statement laid out across his computer keyboard, studiously ignoring the stack of files that blocked his view of the screen. "Still here, Sarge?" PC Alice Fields paused beside his desk, her cap tucked under her arm and the radio fixed to her utility vest turned down low. She eyed the paperwork covering the surface, her lip curling. "How's it going?" "Slowly," he mumbled. "I figured I'd go through 2 more of these before heading home just so there's less to do tomorrow." "Except they're breeding like rats." Detective Constable Alex McClellan peered over Mark's computer screen from behind a similar stack of files. "And I'm going cross-eyed." "Call it a night," Mark said, leaning back in his chair and biting back a yawn. "I thought you left half an hour ago." Alex shrugged. "I didn't want to leave if you weren't. I'd feel a bit crap doing that." Alice's radio squawked, and she stepped away before turning up the volume. "Seriously, you should go." Mark gathered up the witness statement and shoved it into an open folder at his elbow. "These cases are all retrospective, and we've already sorted out which ones we want to talk to next. I thought you and Becky were going out to dinner tonight anyway." "Not until 8, Alex said. He pushed back his chair, groaning as he dug his knuckles into his back. "God, I've been sitting for too long." "That's me out of here," said Alice. "There's been a break-in over at Drayton." "Stay safe." Mark watched the young PC hurry from the incident room, then waved Alex away. "Go on. I'll see you tomorrow." 7:30 sharp, Sarge." "Righto." Standing, he bit back a curse as his neck twinged in protest. Then he began picking up the files he'd stacked on the edge of the desk. A slight acetone smell carried on the air from the whiteboard, and he looked up and nodded at the constable who now started to pack away her desk for the night, before turning his attention to the woman striding towards him, a determined look in her eyes. DC Jan West had been partnered with him when he'd first joined Thames Valley Police, after leaving his previous role with Wiltshire Constabulary, and had taken him under her wing as she had done with countless new members of the investigative team. "Have you eaten yet?" she demanded, dropping her bag on the desk beside him before resting her hand on her hip. "Not yet. I was going to give Lucy a call and ask her if she wanted me to pick up a takeaway on the way home." She nodded, mollified, then cast her gaze over the folders. "How's it going?" "We've whittled the crimes into 3 different categories, and now we're trying to spot trends." He ran a hand over thick, curly hair. "We've got 4 potential suspects, but not enough information to tell whether they're linked or working alone."